There lived a man named Ethan. Ethan was known as the most kind-hearted soul in the community. He helped anyone in need, whether it was fixing a neighbor's broken fence, delivering groceries to the elderly, or lending a hand to farmers during harvest. Ethan never asked for anything in return. His joy came from seeing others smile. One stormy evening, as the rain poured relentlessly, Ethan noticed flashing blue lights outside his window. The police had arrived. Confused but cooperative, Ethan opened the door, only to be met with handcuffs and accusations of theft. "There's been a misunderstanding," Ethan tried to explain, but the officers insisted they had evidence tying him to a recent string of burglaries in the area. Word spread quickly through the village, and by morning, the once admiring community was in turmoil. Neighbors whispered behind closed doors, casting doubtful glances toward Ethan's house. No one visited to ask his side of the story. Instead, they recalled every possible reason to suspect him. "He's always around everyone's homes. Maybe he was scoping them out," Mrs. Hart murmured to her friend. "I always thought he was too good to be true," Mr. Crowley added with a snort. Ethan's heart broke. The very people he had helped countless times turned their backs on him. From his jail cell, he thought about the time he had built a ramp for Mrs. Hart after her accident, or how he had stayed up all night comforting Mr. Crowley when his dog passed away. None of it seemed to matter now. Days later, the truth emerged. A group of outsiders had been using Ethan's name to carry out their crimes, knowing his reputation would deflect suspicion. The police apologized and released Ethan, clearing his name. Ethan returned to the village, but it wasn't the same. The neighbors, now ashamed of their hasty judgments, avoided his gaze. Some attempted awkward apologies, but the sting of betrayal lingered. "I forgive you all," Ethan said one day at the town square. "But let this be a lesson. Trust is fragile. It's easy to destroy but hard to rebuild. Let's not let fear and doubt blind us to the good in people." From that day on, the village changed. They became more supportive, taking time to understand before judging. Ethan, though hurt, chose to continue helping others. His actions reminded them of the power of kindness, even in the face of betrayal. Moral lesson: assume innocence until proven guilty. Don't let fear or rumors cloud your judgment, and always stand by those who have stood by you. A good deed should not be overshadowed by a single moment of doubt. Trust and kindness are the cornerstones of any strong community.